Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 59.
It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, Adams, what a grab. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Caught on the right side by Adams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose. And that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla. But once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Good footwork at the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh no! Looked like they had that one set up well on 3rd down.
Now back to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And
That's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams.
And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now what we have here, a third and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
They'll look to throw here.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
On third down, here's Hall.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll set up to throw.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
They'll get it inside the 20.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw here.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Commanders are on the board here in this Super Bowl. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take him, and he will go down. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final.
With 34 seconds to go before halftime. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. These 2 teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the 3rd quarter.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They'll run on 1st down. Elam, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's got it down to the 28.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hall again on 2nd down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's...
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. 2nd and 9 now.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Gibson.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They're going to look to throw.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Almost time for the final act of this NFL season as we are now through 3 quarters in the Super Bowl.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Chase Young
coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
75 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 35.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Breece Hall.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Slide for the PAT.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores.
He hits Adams complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they will take a knee here.
They did it, the Washington Commanders, Super Bowl champions. And this storied franchise will once again possess the Lombardi Trophy.
And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture
that your name will be a part of it, that's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.